What's good, everybody? If you're just coming in, I'm finna go post a stream real fast. Peace. What's good? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. My bad, I had to go share the stream. What's good, Original Truth? Peace. Anybody else up in here? Peace. Salute to you for coming through. I don't know what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. Bree, you see how unclear it is? Man, I don't know what happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I see. Very blurry. Hi, everybody.
My wife said, hey, everybody. It is very unclear. Yeah, one love, peace, Sleepy Hall, peace, Larry Rose, peace, Oak Cliff Tiff. Let's talk about that incident in Florida. I'm glad you brought that to my attention, Original Truth. That incident in Florida, that hits home with me in a very personal way, just on the strength that I also went through that very same thing, and just a little variance in it. Hello, it's me in my Adele voice. K Mims say, hey Bree.
Hey, girl.
She said, hey girl, what's good, K Mims? Y'all, I don't know what happened with the stream yesterday. I don't know if they hacked my stream. Uh, Hold on, K Mims, Bree wanna show you something.
Look at this stuff right here. This is what I've been using on my hair. And it works. I've been doing the stuff that you told me to do. And this right here helps a lot. So thank you. And it was only like $7 at Family Dollar. But it works.
You see that, K Mims?
Shea Moisture.
Oh, Shea Moisture. But hey, for the yeah, I know I'm blurry. I don't know what's going on. They got me blurry. Y'all don't worry about it. That's something else. Before I go in about the Florida incident, y'all make sure y'all hit that like. Peace to your queen. I also use that company product. Okay, Original Truth say peace to you. They also use that product.
Yeah, it's very good.
What I was gonna say before I go in about the Florida thing, let me give y'all some updates on the channel. Me and my wife decided that we're gonna go ahead and invest in the channel, y'all. So we're not gonna keep on letting YouTube hold us back, because YouTube isn't ATF all times flat, aka Chief Copperfoot. Halito, peace. Great to have you up in here. We finna talk about that Florida situation, but right now I want to say me and my wife decided, our first upgrade for the channel, we're getting new Wi-Fi. It's gonna be installed tomorrow, so we shouldn't have no more Wi-Fi problems up in here on this channel, y'all. We getting new Wi-Fi, high speed, all that shit. So the channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a phone line. Bree should be paid. I love it. Video chat later. Bree should be paid. Okay. Yeah. That's what we need to figure out too. If we're gonna be talking about brands and stuff, we need to get paid for it. We ain't gonna be giving reviews for free. Peace to all. God bless you and your families. Appreciate it. Shout out to Larry Rose. Peace. Empress Isha. Peace and love. Peace. Great to have y'all up in here. Y'all hit that like button as y'all come in so we can get the streaming rotation. So like I was saying, our first upgrade is gonna be Wi-Fi. We're putting in new Wi-Fi in the morning, so that's gonna help. And instead of steady waiting for you, we're gonna buy a laptop. We're gonna go ahead and go inside our savings, right? And we're gonna buy a laptop for the channel. We're gonna get a webcam for the channel, y'all. So that's just showing y'all. I thank y'all for the contributions. I thank y'all for the support. Even though it hasn't reached us, y'all, we still gonna support the channel anyway. You get what I'm saying? We got it from this end. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come on here to make money. You get what I'm saying? I came on here to deliver a message. And if the message isn't getting out in the greatest way it could be, then I gotta invest into the channel, even though I didn't plan on it. What's good? Peace, DeMario. Love, peace. I'll do my best to help. Okay, that's what's up. All right, now about the Florida situation. Is everybody familiar with what happened in Florida about the 11-year-old child being arrested for not standing up during the pledge of allegiance? Is anybody familiar with that case or story or whatever you want to call it, that incident? 11-year-old child, I don't know his so-called race or any of that, but I'm saying the 11-year-old refused to stand up during the Pledge of Allegiance. And the teacher, instead of being a teacher and taking him to the hall, the teacher chose to question this child in front of the rest of the students and participate in childlike behavior. You get what I'm saying? The teacher chose to participate in childlike behavior, questioning, going back and forth with a child. That's not the teacher's job, whether it was male or female. That's not the teacher's job to go back and forth with our students. They have higher authorities. They have higher. But listen, this is what I want to say, y'all. So I should have named the stream properly, y'all. This really should be a stream about speaking out against the school district, because this is a problem. If you don't know anything, let me say this: the so-called black man or the so-called black child, right? The Aboriginal child, the Indigenous child, the Indigenous child. You get what I'm saying? Anybody that looks like us, our children, naturally, our so-called sons, our sons become a man at the age of 12. You get what I'm saying? But the process already starts. The hormonal process and the thought process already starts to change around 11. You get what I'm saying? We naturally go from childhood to manhood from the time we are 12. You get what I'm saying? That's every male. You get what I'm saying? Society, when European society got forced upon us, they switched our culture. They took it to be a man at 12 and they switched it around to be a man at what? 21. They added 9 more years. You get what I'm saying? That was a hindrance. That's why some of our men these days have a childlike mind, because they've been raised to think they were a child 9 years after childhood is over. Childhood is over at the age of 12. So what that young man, I'm not going to call him a child, what that young man did, that 11-year-old, appreciate the donation, Empress Isha. My bad, y'all. Let me, y'all check the description. Check the description in the title, y'all. My bad. You know, YouTube been holding the funds, y'all, and we're trying to get a laptop and stuff. Me and my wife are gonna contribute toward the channel and get it. But if anybody wants to help with donations, cash app the channel at Indigo Realist, and it's in the description. Check out the cash app link in the descriptions. But shout out to Empress Isha. Thank you for that donation, sis. And but anyway, our children, our young men become men at the age of 12. Like, that's just part of our culture. And that's even, you can see that reflected on other continents where you get the people with the same density of melanin. Okay, I hope you'll get it later. Indeed, sis, don't worry about it. It's still counting for the cause. That money right there is like our channel's savings account. So we know one thing for sure. We'll never be broke. This channel will never be broke, y'all. And I didn't want to reveal how much we got, y'all. And I'm saying we, because this is just for the channel, y'all. I don't need any money for personal uses. For the new people in here, like the stream. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in, because it's not a secret. But there's like $900 in the AdSense account, y'all. So no matter how long they hold it there, they can't tax us for it. And so it's still our money for the channel. So when that money comes, we'll still make more improvements with the channel. But for now, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. I got it. But thank y'all for the donations. Thank you for everybody that's ever contributed to the channel. But yeah, we got like over $900. We got over $900 in the Indigenous Realist savings, which I call YouTube. So anything going to AdSense account is like our savings. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, about the okay. I'm still on the subject about the 11-year-old young man. Remember, we gotta stop looking at our children as as a boy and as kids, right? I'm gonna show you why a young man shouldn't be looked at as that's my son in there getting his hair done, y'all. We gotta stop looking at our young men. They're not children, they're not boys. We gotta stop looking at our young men, our beautiful, strong young men. We gotta stop looking at them as children and as boys because society doesn't look at our children. Our children, they look at their children as kids until they reach the 21 and older. They still pamper and take care of their children and treat them like kids until they come of age. But with us, our children are looked at as grown men from the age of 12 in our ancient culture and in the law and judicial system of current culture. You get what I'm saying? We have children, not kids. Yeah, we got children, not kids. That's a baby goat. Indeed. Appreciate it, cousin. We got children. And shout out again to Empress Isha for the donation. Thank you, sis, for real. Um, so when look at the process though, huh?
You hear him?
Yeah, I hear him.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Look at the process. What happened to in-school suspension? What happened to 3 day suspension? What happened to a write-up in school? Why should it go from schoolhouse to the prison system? If y'all don't know, I went to prison from that same age. That the incident happened in Florida with that 11-year-old. When I read that article, that reflected on me because I went to prison from the same exact age. You get what I'm saying? For the same exact thing. Confrontation between a teacher. So I know it's prevalent. It's prevalent out here, y'all. They don't like our youth. They don't want our youth at these schools. Think about it. The mentality of sending our children to these European, these mainly white schools. Let's not even use any high-tech words. She say moisten his hair first, Bree. Let's not, but he just a screamer. If you touch his hair, he gonna scream. Let's not even use any high-tech terms. Why do black people, and y'all know I don't consider us black, nor do I consider them white, but that's what I'm gonna use. Why do black people want to send, they feel like it's prominent or it's good to send their children into an all-white school, into an all-Caucasian or European immigrant school? Why is that? Because they feel like they'll get a better quality and a better, higher education. But at the same time, what is it doing to reflect against your child's mind? You get what I'm saying? Sending your child to a school with people that don't look like him, that don't dress like him, that don't think like him, that don't have the same values and the same culture and the same things that they hold up high, something they stand on, even as a child. You get what I'm saying? That's the transition age, 11, 12. That's the transition age for our youth, man. That is a young man. When my sons become 11, they will be young men. You get what I'm saying? They will already be trained. They will already be trained in hand-to-hand combat. They will already know how to use weapons. They will already know about farming and different things of that nature, how to manage money by the age 12. You get what I'm saying? We can't go by societies. We gotta, even though time is a construct, right? And time is relative. Shout out again to Empress Isha for the donation. Time is relative. So no matter what the clock says or no matter what society says is the proper age to start teaching our children a certain thing, with our young men especially, and our young women, we need to start teaching them younger. We need to get them as young as possible and teach them about the atrocities and the chaos of the free world or the adult world early, because they are already, their mind already, think about it. We learn, according to science, y'all, we learn more in our life. We learn more in our life than we ever will in our first 5 years of age. We have the capacity to learn more than we ever will in our first 5 years of age. So everything you do past the age of 5 is just adding on to your core foundations. So if you're not hand to hand, if you're not being very involved with your students, with your child's learning and upbringing in them first 5 years, see, that's key. And that's another thing. That's why a lot of black people don't like Trump, right? But for me, Trump is okay with me. just on the strength that look at the things he does do. I consider that a great bonus, even though I'm not a woman and I can't bear a child. But he just brung up he's getting something passed right now for mothers when they have children. They are able to get paid leave no matter what job they work on and no matter how long they were out. He's not giving paid leave just for women to have a baby. He's finna give paid leave for women to raise their baby for that first year. You get what I'm saying? And things like that, that's something other presidents sleep on. Other people in power sleep on. Shout out again to Empress Isha for the donation. Thank you so much, sis. Public or private school, their rules. Homeschool your children. Indeed. Thank you, Empress Isha. Indeed. Back to the kids. Yes, indeed. We have children, not kids. Indeed, baby go. Indeed. Indigenous Realist. Peace. Misael, only the wise. Peace. Shout out to Misael, only the wise. K-Man wants to say first. Indeed. Too lazy to homeschool. It's too many people at home during school hours. Indeed. Indeed, y'all. It's so many people, like, man, homeschooling, listen, a child's education should be of the utmost importance. Why? Because if you already consider yourself an educated person or a knowledgeable person or a wise person, then somebody took out the time to make sure your education was done properly. Somebody took the time out of their day to make sure you had somebody to learn from. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at me, for example. Before I ever entered kindergarten, and this is gonna sound crazy, y'all, but it's not crazy, y'all. And I'll get my mother to verify it one of these days. Before I ever entered the grade of kindergarten, I already knew how to write. I already knew how to ride a bike with no training wheels, and I already knew how to read. Before entering kindergarten, before entering the first grade, I already knew how to write cursive. I already started knowing how to manage money. I could count. I could do times tables. This is before the first grade, y'all. You get what I'm saying? So, and that comes from my mother taking the time to work with me before I even entered school. You get what I'm saying? And that's homeschooling. See, just because I went to public education from Head Start to third grade, and then I got my GED, just because I went from education from Head Start to the third grade doesn't mean that I was indoctrinated by the school system. Why? Because I had a strong mother at home. I had a strong mother at home already teaching me. I had a strong mother at home already molding and shaping my mind. Outsiders didn't mold and shape my mind. They could only add on or attempt to teach me new things that my mother had already molded and shaped into me. You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all will hear me get honest to my mother. I learned everything I know from my mother at my mother's feet. That's paradise. Paradise lies at the mother's feet. So that's where I did my studying at my mother's feet. You get what I'm saying? We need both to be there, but mama is more than enough. If in the yes, that's facts. Peace, Aboriginal TV. Mama is first teacher, first 6-7 years. Indeed, at least he tells the truth. Indeed, it starts at home. Indeed, mostly learning socialization in public schools. Indeed, that's all it is. Public school isn't actually to educate our children. It's really, like, I know it sounds cool to say public school indoctrinate. If y'all ever hear me, y'all, I'm gonna build on a lot of things that people say just to say it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of things are said just to say it, but it's never expounded on. So that's how certain things get carried on. But public school actually indoctrinates our children. And here's why I choose to use indoctrination, because like the sis said, it's about creating social. So first of all, they're teaching our children how what's socially and politically accepted, what form of socialization is accepted. So when they're in school, they're taught to participate with each other in a certain way. They're taught to think in a certain type way. They're taught to treat others with a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? And that's a main part of the indoctrination. But really, if you look at it from the kindergarten all the way up, it's nothing but indoctrination going on and on and on. And if the school was so great, it wouldn't change. You get what I'm saying? The doctrine of schoolhouse changes periodically. Just like how I say our name changes, the media and the politicians and stuff change our names without our permission. They also do this gradually and quickly. Like if you're participating, see my mother when I was in school, my mother wasn't PAT. What's that, parent teacher, whatever that is, or on the the parent board or school board. She wasn't on that, but she did actively participate in my schooling. My mother, hell, I could look up at any time. See, I was so scared to do wrong in school because I didn't know if I was going to look up and see my mother just standing at the glass watching me. And that's something that our women just don't do. I mean, I'm not here to bash women, you know what I'm saying, but or the fathers. So don't look it out. But I'm sticking to the strictness and the importance of the mother in as it involves and correlates with the raising of a young man or a young woman. A mother is most important, and I can verify that myself. And I'm not one of them people that think that every man without a mother will grow up and be a homosexual or grow up and be feminine. That's not true. You get what I'm saying? And I also know that women don't have to beat on their children or so-called toughen them up to make them be a man. That's not true. My mother didn't do that. My mother didn't do that. You get what I'm saying? And they ain't socializing like that this generation, which is crazy because they had the most tools. Exactly. But that's how they do it. They make socialization look like it's something not important. So they put social media out. But really, the children aren't taking advantage, or the adults. We don't take advantage to actually socialize with people outside of our inner circle. You get what I'm saying? That's why I like YouTube, because I'm able to connect with people that's outside of my outside of these confines. We got to know the government has set up a system of they set up a separate. So we must use social media to break through the divide. Like that's what this is really for. We must really use social media to break through the divide. If it was up to the government, if like that situation that happened with that child in Florida, they don't want us to be able to hear about that in Texas or in California or in Arizona or Washington State or DC. They don't expect us to have like that was a downfall for them. See, we know that they're monitoring our social medias. We know that they're listening in all the time, but we still must use it to our advantage. We still must use it to push our message, get it out abroad, because I consider myself alternate news. I can really consider this channel an alternate news channel. Even though we're going to be building about specific things and things of that nature, I'm also going to be keeping up with current events. That's why I asked y'all to add me on Instagram at Indigenous Realist, and make sure y'all send me things when y'all want me to feature it on the show or whatever. School concept is German, trains you to obey and to not question authority. Indeed. What's up, bro? Been a long time. Hope you're keeping well. Indeed. Shout out to Mr. Styler DJ. I was thinking about you the other day because I got some new people from the UK being here building with us. We talk about that. Okay. Let me go back. Mostly learning socialization in public school. Okay, we talking about that right now. I asked my son to drive a 2016 Moreno, and he want to wait. I'll wait. Wow. Why he ain't ready to drive? Hey, for the 6 new people up in here, hit that like stream so some more like-minded people can find the stream. Comment your topics down below. They ain't socializing like that this generation. Okay, school concept is German and trains you to obey, and that's why I say we gotta watch it. If we know that the English language, right? Let's look at this. If we thank y'all for the likes. If we know that the English language is a mud language, right? You can find Arabic in it, you can find Spanish in it, you can find Latin in it, you can find Old English in it, you can find Greek in it, you can find et cetera, right? If we know that about the language, we have to look at that about the colonizer. What they did was incorporate various different other cultures into their government and ruling system, into their educational systems. So we got to realize when the Nazis fell off, a lot of their teachings and a lot of their doings was incorporated into U.S. teachings and doings. Hey, for the new 5 people up in here, like the stream so we can get some more like-minded people up in here. Comment your topics down below. I'm gonna read every topic. Everybody get a shout out. Comment your topics down below. Like the stream. Yeah, so when you say German school is a German concept, I can believe and rock with that. Just, well, y'all know I don't believe in beliefs, but I can rock with that just on the strength that I can see similarities in that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that the so-called U.S. has borrowed from every culture on earth. They took a lot from the Aboriginals. See, the indigenous people of these lands had culture and had governmental setups and things of that nature. So they learned a lot from the people that they invaded. Also, all through history, they learned a lot. Thank y'all for them likes. For the 3 new people up in here, hit that like button. Let's get some like-minded people up in here. They invaded everybody they invaded, the European. They always stole from the culture. They always took the culture, twisted it, and added onto it and made it seem like something new. Hey, baby. Look at my little Indian. My little Indian. Say, man, people be out here beefing and stuff. They need to go have them some babies, man. Indigenous Realist got the tribe growing. Yeah, I'm steady out here growing the tribe. People better wake up. Where are we at though? Where we at? It takes a village, indeed. Cousin, indeed. I always do. Okay. We don't socialize outside of social media. Ain't that a bitch? Yes, and I agree, Aboriginal TV. That's a great point, bro, because not only do we not take advantage of social media to socialize, a lot of children and a lot of adults only socialize on social media. They have no social life. Like they can't socialize outside of it. And that's what you see on a lot of post-apocalyptic movies and a lot of post-apocalyptic books. Hey, for the 4 new people up here, hit the like string so we get some like-minded people up here. Comment down below. A lot of the concepts in these post-apocalyptic movies and literature, they're always depicting a people who don't pay attention to the real world anymore. Like after the so-called World War or the nuclear bombing, that people will no longer pay attention to what's going on outside. They'll only be looking on television or on phones. Peace, Blunt Talker 45. What's good? What's great? Let me see. Where we at? Okay, when I say teaching socialization, I mean teaching our community how they want our conduct to be. Yeah, indeed, sis. Based off an agenda of those in position of power. Indeed. The bait race game is strong right now, and too many are pushing it. What you mean by the bait race game, bro? Here's the thought. If you believe in the concept of race, don't that make you a racist? Indeed, bro. Indeed. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button as y'all came in. For the new people in here, hit the like button as you come in. Comment your topic. Comment your topic down below. Yeah, that makes them racist. If you believe in the concept of race, then you're naturally going to be racist because you're going to get a sense of racial pride. And you're going to, for people to get pride or feel a sense of superiority, like that's why I stress that fact that there is no such thing as white supremacy. Because a person's supremacy can only be given to him. You're not born with supremacy. Another person has to acknowledge you as supreme for you to be supreme. Think about it. If there was only one person on earth, yeah, he would consider himself supreme, but who's around to acknowledge his supremacy? And that's what that's about, y'all. So don't get caught up in that. It's not about race. It's about the mighty dollar nowadays. It's not about race anymore. Race card is old. The little whole race, the whole race thing that people try to subjugate us to, if we look at it at the aspect that that's only a social and political construct, that race doesn't apply to us, that the creator didn't give us race. If we can look at it like that, we'll move a lot further in the world. When you look at the land divided up as through nations and tribes and not through race, and you get what I'm saying? Look at the land divided up by geographical. Look at the people, and the people are the land. Look at the people in the land divided up by geographical location and by language and culture. not by race. You get what I'm saying? Because race is just a construct. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Social media is an excellent tool, but the censorship and control opposition is getting real. Indeed, y'all seen how they been messing with my channel lately, y'all. Hey, I would like everybody, if y'all want to support my channel and you can't do it money wise. So if you can't support my channel with money, y'all support my channel by subscribing to IR Content King, and just check my community section and you can find the link in there. If you want to support my channel that way, just by subscribing to that other channel, that's cool. Just by sharing my content, that's cool. Just let's get it out there, y'all. There's no reason why, you know, I mean, but shout out to everybody. Matter of fact, we got 25 people in here. Shout out to everybody who are supporting my channel, whether it be through monetary wise, whether it be through sharing the videos, whether it just be watching the videos. I appreciate y'all. Like even the trolls. Like I even appreciate the trolls, but I appreciate my subscribers 10 times more. Like I appreciate y'all. I got like 50,000 views on lock, and we still hit 110,000. I mean 310,000 views on the channel. So that's what's up, y'all. Much love. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for sharing. Peace to everybody. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Comment your topic. For those just coming in, hit that like button, comment your topics. Social media is an excellent tool, but yeah, indeed. What up, Aboriginal?